see this podcast may be. So how can that be? How can that be? Talk to us a little bit about it, Dwayne.
Well, Brother Tony, we need all believers need to have some really good teaching about spirit, soul, and body. A lot of Christians don't even understand that. And, the Bible tells us that as human beings, whether you're saved or not saved, you're made up of three parts: your spirit, your soul, and your body. And the Bible teaches, if you really study the word soul out in the Bible, the word soul really means your mind, will, intellect, and emotion. So let's just say your mind. So your spirit, mind, and body. And, Jesus said in John 4:24 that God is a spirit, and those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So God is a spirit, okay? And over in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 and 28, the Bible says that God created you and me in his image. Now, God is a spirit. That's his image. He's a spirit being. God created us in his image. What's that mean? That means we're spirit beings. Now, as human beings, with our physical eyes, I can look at me right now, and on this camera right now, this picture you're looking at on the internet, I see my body. I don't see my spirit. I don't see my mind either. They're invisible to my natural eyes, but they're just as real as my body is. I'm actually a spirit being. Since I was created in God's image, that means you and I are spirit beings. We possess a mind. We live in a body. So when we took on when our parents gave birth to us, when my mother gave birth to me, she gave birth to my physical body, which is really the house that my spirit and my mind live in on this earth. And God put a spirit and a mind in this body. And when I was born of my mother, physically I was born born to physical life into this earth. Well, when Jesus told Nicodemus, you must be born again, he let him know he's talking about a spiritual birth. A spiritual rebirth. Just like you were born physically, you need to be born spiritually. And of course, Nicodemus didn't understand that. He's still thinking, just like most people do today, he's still thinking, well, how can I go back into I'm an adult now. How can I get back into my mother and come back out again? He totally missed the whole thing there. Jesus wasn't talking about being physically reborn. He was talking about being spiritually reborn. Your spirit, which you cannot see. And, the only way to do that, I tell you, Brother Tony, when I got saved, I was about 14 years old. I got saved in 1971, and it was around Easter time. And I was at a Southern Baptist church back then, and the pastor. Now the Baptists usually are really good at getting people saved, but the pastor this day did not do a very good job, and he gave an altar call for anyone that wanted to get saved. Now remember, I'm just 14, so I didn't know anything. The Bible was like reading Greek to me.